And we are live. How's it going, everybody? It is PC, and I am joined here tonight with two amazing gentlemen here. Introduce yourselves.
What's up, Zombie Fan? And don't worry, I didn't die.
Yeah, zombie fans back.
I promise I
And
didn't.
oh, wait, aren't you undead anyway?
Shh.
Ah, crap. You're botting out on us, J-Man. You're botting out on us. Oh, shit. Hang on. Hang on, guys. I do apologize. Actually, I don't apologize. But yes, J-Man is here with us. Speak to us, J-Man.
Okay, do I sound better?
Yes,
do I
you sound
better now?
Yes, you do. You sound a lot better now.
Okay, so Central server does not work for this sort of thing. Okay.
You, Central America.
So, tonight we are going to talk about Doom.
AKA the Resident Evil knockoff that nobody wanted.
Yep, we're not talking about the game, which is amazing. No, we're talking about the shitty 2005 film.
Yeah, the shitty 2005 movie. Yeah, starring Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Carl Urban.
With Carl Urban, he played Bones in the Star Trek reboot.
he plays as John Ripper, or Ripper, I guess. That's his character's name in this, and The Rock plays as Sarge. Last night, me and J-Man actually watched this movie, and it's supposed to be 95 minutes long, yet it felt like an eternity. So
I was bored through quite a lot of it.
So we're gonna tear this movie a new one. There's a lot to talk about.
We're gonna rip and tear until it's done.
So, of course, the movie takes place on Mars, which is the setting of Doom. The and to give you guys a quick backstory of Doom. Doom is a first-person shooter game that came out on PC by id Software in 1993, and it basically changed the gaming industry forever because, I mean, Doom is what made video games an immersive medium, a medium that you could that could basically take you into the first person and, like, I mean, it wasn't the first game that id Software made. I think Wolfenstein was.
Wolfenstein was the first game that they did make, but Doom ended up popularizing the first-person genre.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it got a sequel, Doom 2, which was it's probably the best sequel ever. Which and then Doom 3, which came out in 2004, and then you got this movie.
Just a year later.
Yep. And I guess that's what the movie is taking its ideas from, because there's a lot of Doom 3 things in this movie.
Yeah, because Doom 3 is much more of a, horror game in a stylistic sense as compared to the first two, which is just fast-paced,
Action.
first-person shooting action, just slaughter everything in sight.
Yeah, and Doom 3 is mostly it's a horror game in a sense. It is, but
it's still good.
It's still a good game. But I mean, I prefer the Doom 2016 remake, over all of them, which it feels more like a horror game than Doom 3 does.
Yeah, Doom 2016 definitely is awesome, and it's really does throw back to the original Doom. And it's also getting a sequel, Doom Eternal,
Oh yeah.
which is delayed until next year, but
Okay.
it'll be worth it.
So, what is the premise of this movie? So, like I said, takes place on Mars. And this is the thing about this movie. It doesn't exactly follow the premise of Doom at all. Like it
They only got two things right: is that it takes place on Mars and that there's a portal to Mars.
Yeah, from Mars
That's it.
to Earth. Yeah, there's a portal, but nevertheless, it takes place at a research facility, just like in the games. But like, there's no hell in this at all.
Nope, hell is not a literal place where forces of evil come from. It is just used as a metaphor.
It's used as a metaphor for some reason. But nevertheless, the movie opens up with these scientists running from something. We don't know what it is exactly that they're running from. It looks like a creature, which we would think that, hey, it's the demons from hell. Because the way they opened up the movie, I thought was actually really good. I mean,
it instills that level of fear. It's like, okay, what are they running from? It seems horrifying.
I actually laughed because the music was so inappropriate.
Yeah, the music. We'll get more into that as we go along here, but then you see the girl's arm getting fucking cut off by the door.
I mean, that was a really good scene. It's like, oh jeez, yeah, this creature means
And,
business.
and that basically tells you the tone of this movie. There's gonna be fucking gore, and that this is a rated R movie.
Yeah, people are gonna get slaughtered into chunks.
That's what you would think going into this.
Yeah,
And
then
you know what? I wish more horror movies were like that these days.
Oh yeah, I wish movies opened up like that. Just get to the killing.
too bad. It's too bad Hollywood is full of a bunch of fucking pansies.
But nevertheless, so this it takes place in the archaeology level. Like there's different levels in the Ark. That's what they call it in this movie. It's never been referred to as the Ark in any of the other games at all.
It's just a facility, and that's really it.
But in this movie, they call it the Ark for some reason. And not only that, it looks like a fucking ripoff of fucking Battlestar Galactic, or I think it looks like a set from Alien. I think
It kind of does look like a set from Alien just a little bit.
Yeah, I'd have to try to find that fucking the fucking oh gosh, the transport station or whatever where they warp from, and the scene is the same exact fucking scene.
It's the same set. They just get rid of everybody and all the lights and everything, and that's really it. And just change some font around.
Yeah, so yeah, we're supposed to believe that they're on Mars.
And
well, hey, they had to do more with the creature effects and the CG.
and guess what? If you think Doom Guy is in this movie, you're dead wrong. He is zero presence whatsoever.
I think we're jumping the gun too early here, guys. Let's slow down a bit. So The Rock plays as Sarge, and he runs a tactical group called the RRT, which they should be called the RATS, but it's called the RRTS in the movie.
Yeah, they're basically a special forces unit,
or they're basically Space Marines.
Yeah.
But they basically get a mission to go in and figure out what happened and basically take whatever measures is necessary. Which will play into the things that are going to happen later on in the movie. But nevertheless, all the characters. Can we talk about the characters that are introduced in this movie?
Sure.
So, The Rock's character is basically, and I don't want to spoil it right now. I'm gonna save the spoilers for when we get there. But The Rock's character's this. I don't know how to describe him. He's a
No
sergeant.
nonsense, a natural born leader.
Yeah,
He's just this basic natural born leader, sergeant, leading a squad into battle.
commander. He's a commander character. I mean, that's really all you could say about him, and he does a really good job. I mean,
he does do a really good performance.
But I mean, he does a really good job. Him and Keith Urban, not Keith Urban, Carl Urban. Fuck, why do I keep calling him Keith Urban? Because fucking country, fucking country music singer. So, Carl Urban plays as Ripper. He is the. I mean, he's the guy that's next to The Rock in the poster.
Yeah, he's basically just, I don't know, I would consider him just a troubled soldier.
Yeah,
because of his past.
Yeah, he has a past, a tragic past. Something happened to his mother and his father and his sister. Oh my God, we'll get to her, but
we'll save her for in just a little bit.
All right, so then you have a fucking creepy guy.
The pervert.
He's essentially the creepy pervert of the group that nobody likes, and we want to die first.
Yeah, I think his name is Portman. Is it?
Yeah,
Portman?
I think it's Portman. Yeah, that's his character. He's just the creepy pervert.
And yeah, he's a creepy pervert. Then you have the kid who is basically this chicken shit fucking.
He's basically just a newbie.
Yeah, chicken shit newbie Marine guy.
Then
you have Goat, the religious.
He's basically the religious fanatic.
Like he basically that scene where he says the Lord's name in vain. He says, "God damn it," and he cuts himself.
Yeah, he carves a cross into his arm, and he's like, "I took the Lord's name in vain." And I'm like, "Okay, why are you on this mission in the first place if you're gonna cut yourself?"
Yeah, ain't like, what is the point of that? Like, if you're a soldier and you're sent out on a mission. Like, why are you doing harm to yourself?
Yeah, because typically if you were in the field and your leader saw you do that, they'd be like, yeah, you need to go back to base right now.
Then you have a destroyer who's the big black man.
He's essentially the heavy.
He's the heavy.
That's his role. He's the heavy weapons guy.
Heavy weapons guy. And then you have the other black guy. I think his name was Duke. Yeah, Duke.
He's essentially just a soldier.
I can't really describe. He's the typical black guy. I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, but
that's his role.
That's his character.
He's just stereotypical black guy.
And he flirts around with Ripper's sister, saying, "I got something much bigger."
And of course, there's a scene where Duke was like telling the Ripper, he's like, "Please tell me not let a fine ass like that."
Duke.
And Ripper's like, "He's my sister." And she's like, "She's my sister." He's like, "No shit."
No shit.
And he's just this stereotypical black guy player. That's essentially all his character is.
Yeah, and not only that, he's like, he's like, he doesn't really add anything to the movie.
He's just
and in the opening scene, he's like playing a game, yet he's playing it the wrong way.
And the best part is he's playing it on a Tiger Electronic handheld. Those shitty games that you get like Walmart for like $1.
Yet I know the type of game he's playing. I've seen those before, and he's playing it the wrong way. You're supposed to play it like this. Not this. But oh god. There's also Pinky. Not much to
Which,
say about him.
until like later on in the film,
Yeah, he's basically the wheelchair guy, I
that
guess.
gets turned. Yeah, he just gets. And basically, what happened to it is that part of him went to Mars, and pretty much his ass went to another part of the galaxy.
Yeah,
That's
that was
essentially
funny.
how that happened.
That was funny when he said that. Let's
He
just
went to
say
one place, and his ass went to another.
that was
And
actually
then,
funny.
and then there's Ripper's accent in the film. You could tell it goes from like American to a northern accent.
Yeah,
Pretty
him and
often.
his sister, they can't have a consistent accent.
Which Carl, he can actually pull off an American accent really well. I mean, take a look at him playing, like I said,
Judge Dredd.
Bone. Yeah, Judge Dredd, Bones from the Star Trek reboot. He could pull off an American accent.
But yeah, Samantha Grimm, she's the sister character of John
And
Ripper.
is by far the worst character in this entire movie.
Yeah, she's the worst character in this entire movie, and not only that, she's also the worst actress in the movie. Like throughout the entire
her performance just gets worse and worse as more as you watch it. Like there's a scene where they show this mutated body, and she's like, "Oh," and then she's like, "God." And it's just so calm and casual.
Yeah, it was so calm and casual. Like she's like, "Oh, God." And it's like, God damn. Like that is some bad acting.
Can you look up if she's been in any other project?
Uh,
Oh boy,
I don't really care. Honestly, I don't really care if she's been in anything else, but she's not that good at all in this movie. I mean, if she's been in other movies, I'd have to watch them. But yeah,
but I could honestly say she's horrible in this movie, possibly due to the director's side.
oh yeah,
And I bet you're wondering, in this cast of characters, where's Doom Guy?
Yeah, Doom Guy is not in this movie at all.
It seemed like they were trying to make The Rock into Doom Guy.
The main character in the entire franchise that's based around it isn't in this film.
No Doom Guy.
You may think, oh, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's gonna be Doom Guy. Nope, he's just the Sarge. That's it.
But anyways, him and his team, they go to this facility and all hell breaks loose. Figuratively, not literally, because this place is not hell. Yet watching the movie felt like hell. Because throughout the entire movie, it's pad scene, pad scene, pad scene. Nothing but them walking around.
With the occasional shooting. And then more walking.
And they aren't even shooting at anything and they miss.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna see some monsters get slaughtered. Nope, it's just walking around and shooting. And
walking around in the dark. And then the music plays. Like they have the music playing.
And it's supposed to hype you up, but then all of a sudden you just get no. And then all of a sudden there's just nothing, and then it's just like,
what? Fuck. And then when a monster does show up, it's like for 1 second. It gets shot down, and then the music stops playing.
That's it.
Like, yeah.
It's that bad.
Yeah, hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Well, now we are running the show.
Oh, boy. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
This movie was absolutely worse than Jeepers Creepers 3. Okay, I didn't know there was a Jeepers Creepers 3.
How could you not know that? Even I know that.
I stopped watching after the second one.
Okay, fair enough. But then
Music
again,
from-
I have seen worse movies than Doom. Let's see. The music for this movie makes me laugh hard with tears every time. What makes it even funnier is that the movie came out earlier today, and I was laughing throughout the entire movie. Oh god, yeah. The music is handled so inappropriately.
I mean, come on. Some scenes they have the music playing for like 30 seconds,
And then
acting like it was building up to something, and then it just all of a sudden stops, and there's nothing. I mean,
yeah, and there's even one scene where the characters are sleuthing around, and all of a sudden there's just a monkey sitting in the ventilation shaft, and they freak out and just start firing. And it's just like, okay, was that scene supposed to scare us, or
speaking of, why were there animals in this?
I mean, it doesn't make really much sense.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about that.
Welcome back.
I had to make sure the door was locked.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, what were you guys talking about while I was gone?
Now, we were pretty much talking about how the music is handled inappropriately and how some stuff really doesn't make any sense, like animals in this facility.
Yeah, like that's another thing I wanted to talk about, like the animals. Like, so apparently this research facility was using animals to practice their to practice whatever they were doing. But it's like, I mean, what does this have to do with Doom? Like,
Let me tell you,
like that's a red
nothing.
flag right there for me.
Absolutely nothing.
Because I mean, in Doom, they weren't doing tests or anything. They made
were looking for energy to solve for an energy crisis on Earth.
yeah. So they made a portal to go to hell, and and that portal unleashed demons on Mars. Yeah. So I mean, that's okay. I'll be honest. Doom doesn't have a rich story. It really doesn't.
It's basically just a basic good versus evil story.
Yeah, but they couldn't even do that with this.
Yeah, they couldn't even pull it off, and I'm just like, how do you screw this up?
But yeah, then you see the guys getting killed one by one in a hilarious fashion.
It is basically just comedy fucking gold.
Oh yeah, like they go into the sewers, and that's where they encounter. I think they encounter their first monster in there actually, but it's supposed to be an imp.
It looks nothing like an imp.
I'll show you guys what an imp looks like. Alright, I'm showing you guys this right now. This right here is what a fucking imp looks like from the original game.
Skinny, limber looking, and it throws fireballs at you.
Yeah, he throws fireballs. Now I'm going to show you guys what the imp looks like in the 2005 movie. Hang on. Brace yourselves. That's what it looks like.
I know, it looks like absolute shit, doesn't it?
Looks nothing like an imp. I mean, yeah, the monster design looks alright, but that is not an imp.
It looks like one of those creatures you see from the Metro series.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you look at these creature designs, I'm guessing, that they took some inspiration from, Doom 3, which I believe that's where some of these designs come from.
That they do, because Doom 3 came out the year before.
Yeah, but that looks nothing like an imp. It really doesn't. And that's supposed to be one of the scientists early on in the movie that, ends up getting killed. So
yes, you heard that right.
They kill the cross man, a religious man, and they try to bring him back to life. Oh my god, that scene was
it wasn't good.
It wasn't good. They pumped him with adrenaline. They fucking electrocuted him. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. They do throw around like some of these scientific terms and marine terms, which don't actually mean anything at all.
It's just a bunch of BS.
Yeah, it means absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, by the way, we should mention that the BFG is actually in this movie.
Yep, you heard that right. One of the best guns you can get in the game. The kind of gun that makes you feel like your testicles are about to drop.
Yeah. And what does BFG stand for?
It stands for Big Fucking Gun.
Big Fucking Gun.
Wanna know what it means in this movie?
Guess what it's called in this movie, though?
Bioforce Gun.
Are you kidding me?
It's R-rated. They can get away with it.
And yeah, this is an R-rated movie, by the way.
And guess what? Even Rock's character, Sarge, says it. He's like, Big Fucking Gun.
Yeah, it's so asinine. Okay, you are a rated R movie, yet you can't call the gun what it's actually called, which a lot of people call it the Big Fucking Gun. It has many names, people. It has a Big Fucking Gun. In Ireland, they call it Big Facking Gun. In some parts of the world, they call it the Big Freaking Gun.
Yeah,
I mean, if you movie... yeah, Bioforce Gun.
Sounds all sci-fi, doesn't it?
And guess what? They messed that up too. They messed up the BFG in this movie. When Dwayne gets this gun, guess how many times he uses it? Just guess.
Twice.
He just uses it twice.
Yep.
And he misses.
He misses both times. And
the most destructive gun in the game becomes useless.
Oh yeah. It's that bad. The only time that they would reference Doom, because this movie doesn't even feel like a Doom movie. It feels like a rip-off movie of other good movies like Alien, Predator, Resident Evil. It rips off Resident Evil.
Yeah,
and it's not even a movie. It's a game.
I know, because they basically just took hell out of the equation and just put science experiment gone wrong. And it's just like, hell's a big part of Doom.
Yeah, and most of the creatures in this are not demons. They're not even referred to as demons. They're zombies.
Basically, and mutated people.
Yeah, bioweapons, sort of.
I know. And besides, the zombies in the movie don't even act like the ones in the game, which the ones in the game are called possessed.
Yeah.
And they can use guns.
Yeah, they can use guns.
Are basically just generic horror zombies.
Yeah, and the whole premise of, the mutations, like when they talk about chromosome 24 CR24 or C24, whatever they call it in this movie.
Chromosome 24.
Yeah, it's basically makes you superhuman. Uh,
But however, it can mutate people.
it can
And do you want to know
mutate
how?
people
And guess what?
sometimes.
Apparently, sometimes because oh my goodness, they try
Like
to add
the way they explain it, it's like
and
sometimes it mutates people, sometimes it doesn't. Like it affects
and
their
and how
behavior.
and how the and how they explain it is that if you have a good soul, that it won't turn you into a monster. And I'm just like, how does that make any sense?
It
It's
does.
the sermon. Very different if it was a ritual or something, but no, it's just a serum they inject into you.
Yeah.
Personally, I think this suffers from Higurashi syndrome. They tried to take it out of the supernatural elements in order to make it more original and realistic, but in doing so, they made it weaker.
Well, I mean, Doom had. Okay, and I'll be honest with you. Doom doesn't have a rich storyline. It doesn't. If you want to know the truth, I mean, that's how I feel. Doom doesn't have a rich story. Granted. But, I mean, what we got with Doom, I mean, it's better than what this movie delivers. Period. Like, nothing makes sense. You know, it's
The plot makes
basically
no sense.
like it tries to rip off other movies. Like some of the lines they basically ripped off from Predator. Like the line when The Rock says, "If it breathes, you can kill it," or "If it breathes, then it
If
can be
it
killed."
bleeds, you can kill it.
Yeah, that's the same line that Arnold says in Predator. "If it bleeds, we can kill it."
Uh,
And
this
and
movie isn't original in any way whatsoever.
and they took a line from Alien. They took a line from Alien about, the commander promised me pussy, yet we got you. Yeah, they
Uh,
stole that line from Alien. The, there's a lot of things they rip off with this movie, and the thing is, they didn't have to. Just
I mean,
take the premise of Doom and
and
turn it
just
into a
go with it.
movie.
And there's even a segment in this film where it is a first-person view, and it's the only good part of the film.
Oh yeah, which, uh, so we'll get into that. So apparently, after after Sarge loses all his men, uh, he starts losing his mind. Like you start to notice the Sarge character changes drastically out of nowhere, like completely
Like
out of nowhere.
there's
Yeah, I
no
got whiplash from it.
there's like no character arc even set up for it. It just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, like he starts cussing at Ripper's sister, saying, what the fuck is going on in here? And she says, "This is an archaeology
This is an archaeology research center.
center." Yeah, this is an
And
archaeology
then
research center.
and then eventually she does explain what's going on. Eventually.
Yeah, she shows the footage of them doing experiments on criminals or
On
inmates.
prison
And,
inmates.
and and then she's like, "Well, we weren't supposed to do it to humans."
We, we weren't supposed to do live human subjects. And it's just like,
Like what? Like,
this
well,
has.
it's like, well, you guys fucked up on that then.
Yeah, and then of course Ripper's like, this is hell. It's always been hell. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, but a metaphor isn't gonna cut it in a Doom movie.
It's like, god damn it. And so then they start evacuating people. Um, you start to see some people turning. Like my favorite scene out of all that. It has to be It has to be when Goat turns into the friggin' fucking possessed. He basically rams his head into the window and kills himself.
Yeah, and just after making a cross,
Like he goes,
and then just proceeds to bash his head against the wall.
I went and I was like, Goat, I know your sentiments. I wish I could fucking kill myself and end my misery as well.
I know. And
after
then the
watching
doctor,
this.
it's just like he knew he was turning, and her line delivery is so bad.
Oh yes, he's turning.
And it just progressively gets worse and worse and worse.
Oh yeah, it gets worse and worse. It does. So then the Rock orders his men to kill everyone.
Yep, he's like, we'll kill them all.
Yeah, because we don't want them. We don't want the infected to get out there.
We don't want the infection to get out there because, you know, all of a sudden this is a zombie film, apparently.
Yet then the sister character explains, well, even though some of them are mutants, they aren't. That doesn't necessarily make them all violent.
Yeah, she basically is just like, some people probably can't get infected. I'm like, how does that work?
Yeah.
And then they just go around just
shooting dead bodies.
And they're acting like it's the most energetic.
Because that's what I remember in Doom. You remember when we went around and shooting dead corpses in the game?
Oh, totally. It was the best part.
Yeah.
And occasionally coming across a live enemy that would at least try to hurt us, and then just going back and shooting bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they come across a family, and Rocket's like, well, we have to kill them.
Yeah, and the kid doesn't want to... I think it's Kid who finds this family. Because he's like, they're not infected at all. And the Rock's like, it doesn't matter.
We kill them.
Kill them all, or else...
and then he kills the new guy.
Yeah, he kills the new guy. And then the best line delivery from him, period.
Yeah, he's pretty much getting pulled into a room full of possessed. Might as well say it properly.
No. The line is, it was his first day. He said, well, it certainly will be my last. It was his first mission. Well, it won't be my last.
Yeah.
Like, god damn, he's an asshole.
And at this point, it's now just down to Sarge.
But no. But then the best line delivery. I need soldiers.
I need nobody else but
soldiers. Oh my god. I fucking busted laughing. Oh my god.
There's an even better line in that scene.
Yeah.
It's when Sarge, he's getting into a room full of zombies, and he's holding onto the doorframe, and he's like, I'm not supposed to die, and they get pulled in.
Supposed to die.
It was a brilliant line delivery.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to die. I'm the main character. I'm on the poster, see?
I'm on the poster, even though I'm the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy. So yeah, it turns out The Rock is the villain, and holy shit.
Yeah, seriously, how they show with the poster, you'd think he's the main hero.
You think that this would be how he becomes Doom Guy, which would be interesting, but no, he's the villain.
Yeah, and it turns out he gets so okay. I'm jumping ahead here. So then Kyle gets shot after trying to shoot zombies. Like one of the bullets ricochet. It ricochets in the room and it hits him in the gut, like the bullets.
Which is the worst aim in history. Jeez.
Oh gosh, but he's dying, and his sister is like, "No, you need this. You need this C-24."
And then she's like, "You won't turn because you have a good soul." And I'm
Ye-
like,
oh my god, you won't turn.
how does that make any sense? It'd be different if he had a unique genetic makeup that allowed him to not become a monster. At least that would make sense.
Yeah, it would. But then,
But no.
then, then we get the best scene in the entire movie, which is basically first person, the first person scene, which plays out like Doom 3. Yet the bad thing is you're not controlling it, sadly.
Yeah.
So
Which-
it's like this is kind of a pointless scene, but it still looks awesome though.
I know.
Uh,
It's probably the most faithful recreation of Doom they did in the entire film.
Yeah, and you see him fight against Pinky, who turns into a mutant.
Who-
Which that's what the creature's called in Doom 3. It's called Pinky. Yeah.
It's essentially this demon with cybernetic legs.
Yeah, it has mechanical legs actually. It has mechanical legs. It shows like you see the chainsaw, weapon, which he uses, which the chainsaw is in Doom, and it's one of the best weapons in the game as well.
Awesome.
It really is. Like Doom does not fuck around. Like if you guys haven't played the original 1993 Doom, I highly suggest you do so. But he kills Pinky, and then we get the epic showdown between Sarge and Ripper, which Ripper is apparently Doom Guy in this movie. Like that's what they want you to believe.
I will say that it is an entertaining fight scene.
Yeah, but even then it's still pointless, because guess what? The Rock fires the BFG again, and misses!
Yeah, like when he shot it the first time, like it shoots a blue energy, which in the actual games it doesn't shoot.
Green.
It's green. Yep, it's green. So that's another thing they get wrong with the BFG. And I mean, how do you fuck up the big fucking gun?
Easy, massively.
But the thing though is you do see like you do see him use it 3 times, but they do show a shot like where he used it the third time, so he actually uses it 3 times. But you don't actually see him shoot it the third time. It's like off screen. But then you see him use it twice. So actually he uses it 3 times. But
Here's the thing. I already thought of a way to write around how it should work just like the games.
yeah.
Have a targeting helmet. And every time it tells you how many will be killed in the line of sight.
Oh yeah, like I think what they could have done with this movie, what they could have done was like I would have had Ripper as some sort of side character and have The Rock just be Doom Guy. Period. And have them go to hell fighting demons together. I mean, if you don't want, Doom Guy to be the main focus of your movie, you don't have to have him as the main focus. You can have other characters built around him. But they didn't even do that.
Instead, just decided to go ahead with the laziest route possible.
Oh yeah, and then we get to the fight scenes, which I found this I found this video on YouTube. It's called Reaper versus Sarge with inappropriate sound effects. And I was gonna play it for you guys. This was uploaded by Terminus Est 13 Terminus Est 13. This is actually funny, and it basically sums up the fight scene. So
so perfectly.
So let's watch this and react to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it play out. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. This is gonna be funny, guys. All right. So I gotta do this real quick. It's so that way people can hear it as well. And this is funny. This is really funny. Because this whole fight scene is a joke. Alright, here we go.
I've been waiting for you.
Hang on. Hang on. God damn it. Why is it... Alright. Can you all see it? Can you all see it? Yeah, the frame rate's sort of taking a dip on me.
God damn it, PC.
Let me do something real quick, guys. I do apologize for this. Oh yeah, there's also an unrated version. Yet it's already rated R. What's the point of that?
Why?
Yeah, there's an unrated version.
That'll be like Front Ring releasing a Fruit of Grisaia visual novel, but then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we're gonna release one and call this unrated, even though it's the exact same one that hasn't been changed at all.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is the point of this? Hang on. Might work if I just... Hang on.
Well, while I'm hanging, I'm going to the bathroom.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry about this, guys. For some odd reason, like, OBS is wanting to fuck up on me. So, like, the way this fight scene plays out, it is so goofy.
It's so hilarious.
Oh yeah. So, come on, are you... Don't crash on me. Don't fucking crash on me.
Come on, OBS.
Oh my god, it's crashing on me. Okay, never mind. I guess I won't be able to play it.
Yeah, link it in the description so that people can go watch it.
Yeah, just watch that clip. Just go watch it. That's the best thing I could tell you guys. It's hilarious. It's called Reaper vs. Sarge. With inappropriate sound effects. But anyways, the best way to sum up the fight scene for the movie is like it just ends with like so The Rock turns into this monster here. I'll show you guys. Oh boy.
I actually found the video, and if it's okay with you, PC, I'll link it in the chat if you want me to.
You can link it in the chat.
Alrighty, so for everybody here is the link to the video that PC tried to show you. Go ahead and just enter it into your search bar, and it will pull it up.
I'm gonna try to do something real quick. Probably gonna stop screen sharing. Okay, that helped. All right.
That helps a little bit.
For some reason, it's like messing with the frame rate. So, and I do apologize for that, people. So, yeah, I mean, that's the best way to sum up the fight scene. It's hilarious. Like it's mostly them just jumping around and fucking
Just punching each other.
punching each other, and it's so silly and over the top. Like it just comes off as funny. It's really hilarious.
Yeah, and not
Yeah, it's it's something else. Like and then The Rock turns into this fucking thing right here.
and it essentially doesn't look like a demon. It essentially looks like he's beginning a werewolf transformation.
Yeah. Like like he's supposed to represent the possessed, I guess.
I mean, why not have him transform into a Hell Knight? That would be so much cooler.
Yeah, apparently the Hell Knight is in this movie. Someone is credited as a Hell Knight, which I'm guessing it was that creature from earlier on
Yeah,
in the movie.
thought.
Yeah,
He was
which
that.
looks nothing like a Hell Knight. But yeah, I think they could have went over that like with the Hell Knight.
Yeah,
I mean, if
it looks nothing like a Hell Knight.
that is what the Hell Knight looks like in the movie, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
or
the thing that
even-
kills Destroyer.
Yeah, and essentially, why not have the Rock transform into a Baron or something? That would
And
be awesome.
that is what a Hell Knight looks like in the original games.
Yeah, it looks intimidating, scary. A werewolf transformation with horse teeth.
With horse teeth.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna butcher this, but Jenna, yeah, that's very accurate.
Oh yeah, Jana. It is. It is. It's Janae actually. Janae.
Janae, okay. I'm sorry for butchering your name, Janae. I just suck at that.
But it's so crazy. Hang on. It's saying here that it's not receiving any signal. Huh? The fuck? It's not true. Fucking YouTube. I hate YouTube. I really can't stand YouTube. Streaming on here on YouTube. It always does this. So hang on just 1 second. Alright, I'm gonna stop for a second and then cut it back on. Hopefully now it's excellent. Okay, thank you. So yeah, you're right about that. It does look like a werewolf with horse teeth. And not only that, like that's not the only bad thing about the scene. Like for some odd reason, they decided to only put those enemies in the game when they could have went with more iconic demons in the game, like I don't know,
Like the Cyber Demon.
like the Cyber Demon, the Cacodemons. Yeah, it's all right. People always mess up my name. Aw. But it's so like it does not even feel like a Doom movie. Feels like some horrible horror movie that rips off other good horror movies. Yeah. Like, I could understand if this was just another movie, like just some ordinary movie that wasn't based on a video game. I could forgive it. But you're taking one of the most popular first-person shooter franchises and you're shitting all over it with fucking cliches, horror cliches, fucking jump scares, fucking, red herrings. Like, I get it if you wanted to make Doom boring. Well, you accomplished that, but
You made it boring.
But that's the opposite of Doom. Doom is not boring. Like, watching this movie felt like a fucking... Like, I was on a fucking train wreck and I was losing my mind. It felt longer than it needed to be.
Yeah, as compared to the game, which is fast-paced, full of action.
Fast-paced. Fast-paced.
Fast-paced. Oh, God, I am super freaking tired. And it's full of very amazing weapons and enemies to fight. And guess what? There's none of that.
Not in this movie.
Oh God, I just remembered something.
Yeah.
Nay. Okay.
You do know that the Doom was supposed to be not as fast-paced and action-packed originally, right?
Well,
it was changed during development, so I think this movie was going on the original Doom before it changed.
And oh yeah, just a final tidbit, id Software had a lot of hand in this.
Yeah, id Software actually had a hand in this, which is a damn shame.
But Bethesda, I'm glad you bought them out. You're a shitty company, but you managed to save id.
Well, I mean, 14 years later, we got another shitty Doom movie, Doom Annihilation, which I'm going to be reviewing that soon. But this, I wanted to talk about this movie because, I mean, I remember as a kid, you know, when I heard about this movie coming out, I was excited about it. I really was. I was really excited because, I mean, I've always wanted to see Doom be turned into a movie. I really did, because it is movie material. It is. It's just like
how it was handled.
How it was handled, and the people that were in charge of this, the studio. You also have to consider this. The studio I think they put $60 million into this. That was the budget that went into this, which, I mean, for most Hollywood blockbusters nowadays, you see hundreds of millions being pumped into movies. That's still pretty low. 60 million went into this. But the box office for Doom, it didn't even reach its budget. Like, it only made 59 million, or somewhere close to that, 57 million. So yeah, it didn't even meet its budget. So yeah, this movie bombed.
It failed.
Mm-hmm. And I can see why. I mean, I went into this wanting it to see it to be its own thing. Okay, I didn't go in here because I'm not a huge fan of the games. I played only the first two on an emulator, and I touched upon the 2016 game, but I never really played all the way through them. So I went into this thinking, okay, fine, this is going good to be. It might be good as its own thing. It's sort of how I felt about the Silent Hill movie. But nope, I found it way less enjoyable.
Yeah, and this movie came out around the same time as Fantastic Four, the 2000.
Four.
I think the 2004 movie came out.
Yeah, I believe so.
Or.
Yeah, but I mean, you could say it sucks and all that, but there's always a place in my heart for that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, 2004 and 2005 was a really bad time for movies.
I mean, wasn't that the same year you also got the Silent Hill film?
Yep. Actually, Silent Hill came out in 2001.
Okay,
Yep.
which I
We
will
got
admit, that movie is actually pretty decent. Not good, but decent.
Here's the thing. I mean, it's possible to make good video game movies. I mean, look at movies like uh fucking uh gosh. Mortal Kombat was pretty good, I thought. The original Mortal Kombat was.
Annihilation was garbage.
Annihilation was Ain't that funny? Doom,
Small.
and then you have
There's
Doom Annihilation.
Oh yeah. Which I will say, the first Silent Hill film wasn't actually horrible. It was actually pretty good. Had some good monster effects, and my favorite scene will always be the scene with the nurses, because for that they got like professional dancers for that. And I thought, okay, that's actually really really cool because professional dancers are very limber. And they're able to bend their bodies in ways that normal people can't.
But I mean, here's the thing, people. Like, and this is the thing with video game movies. People like to think that we'll never get a good video game movie adaptation. That's not necessarily true. I mean,
One could argue we've already got one with the Tomb Raider.
yeah, with the new Tomb Raider movie, which is actually pretty good, from what I've heard. But like, I mean, I don't think that, Hollywood should stop making video game movies or movies based on video games, because I think there's plenty of room to be creative and expand the universe of the games. Which I think that's what could have made this movie actually good if they just expanded the Doom universe a little bit. I mean, if you're gonna have, infected people, or, like, maybe have, like, them get injected with demon blood or something,
At least that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean,
You
have
know,
genetic soldiers infused with demon blood or something along those lines.
I mean, that would be at least somewhat cool. They're trying to take hell and use its resources to benefit us.
Yeah, I mean, they could have expanded more on the UAC, which they don't.
It's just there.
It's just there. Like Doom 2016 does a much better job of expanding the story of Doom. Like, the original Doom didn't really have much of a story going for it. Basically, you played as Doom Guy, who basically got in trouble for punching his superior, and
beat him to death.
Yeah, beat him to death, and then he gets sent on this mission.
Yep, and then he has to fight off the hordes of hell.
And save the world.
Yeah, because what the UAC was doing in that game was they opened a portal to hell to get energy. Because there was an energy crisis on Earth.
Yep.
And look how that turned out for them.
But yeah, Doom 2016 expands on that. And they turn Doom Guy into Doom Slayer. Like, they sort of connect the original Doom story with this story of Doom 2016. But but that's the thing, it's the game. It's a video game, and it has good writers. This tells me that Hollywood just doesn't have good writers. If these same developers were good writers, if they were good enough writers to make an adaptation that is as good as this, then maybe video game movies do have a chance.
I
But,
mean,
yeah.
we're nearing a live action Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and they changed the design
Oh
for
yeah,
Sonic, and
people.
it looks really good.
It actually looks like Sonic from the game.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's a chance that that movie will be really good.
I
As
mean, and they even nailed down Sonic's personality, just cocky and
yeah, they even nailed that down in the original trailer.
I mean, and of course
As
Jim Carrey with with looking like Eggman is it. He really looks like Eggman towards the
oh,
end of that trailer.
oh yeah, he does. And
What's
from the
up,
sound of things,
royalty?
he's going. From the sound of things, he's going to start. He's gonna go down a path of madness, which is going to cause him to go through some sort of transformation into that,
Let's see,
which
I
I
haven't
really
seen.
want to see.
Let's see, I haven't seen the new Doom movie, but I heard it was that bad because IGN rated the movie a 3 out of 10. Ugh, that's not a good score.
Yeah, but I will say this to you all. The new Doom movie, I have seen it. And it's a better movie than what we got with this. I will say that.
But not by much.
But that's not really saying much. It's still a really bad movie. Uh, I'll get into that once I review it. The review will be up soon. Hopefully, you all will enjoy it. I go into a little bit more depth than what I normally do my in my reviews on here. In the live stream, because this is actually edited. I decided to do actual edited reviews where I show the clips of the movie and point out what's wrong with it. So that's what I'm gonna try to do more of, because I know a lot of people would like to see that. I heard someone say, might have been Matt Pat, that video game movies can't be as good as the games because they take away the interaction and exploration you get from a game.
Oh yeah, that is. I think that was someone on Game Theory that said
Yeah,
that.
I think that was Matt Pat that said that. I mean, the Silent Hill movie that came out, the first one, screw the second one, that's horrible. The first one really wasn't that bad. It was,
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I
I
wouldn't.
enjoy it.
I wouldn't say that it takes you away from the interaction. I think it depends. Because here's the thing, movies and video games are different from one another, which now you're starting to see video games become like movies. Like, you have games like Heavy Rain and fucking,
Detroit Become
The
Human.
Last of
Last of
Us.
Us.
Yeah.
Like, that, you start to notice these games are becoming more like movies.
Yeah,
So
which-
the realm of possibilities isn't necessarily, limited, like, depending on what medium it is. I mean, you can have a movie where you can feel like you're part of the movie, you're part of the experience. It's just a completely different experience from actually playing a game. And he is right. He is right that movies can't be like video games. But in terms of telling stories, developing characters, and just engaging the audience, I mean that just depends. And movies do sometimes explore certain things. It just depends on how the writing is, how it's produced, how it's directed. There's a lot of factors that go into making a movie. Like, watching something is different than just, playing something.
Yeah, it's vastly.
I mean,
different.
we. I mean, look.
That's hilarious.
I think we've gotten a little spoiled with the choice of paths in video games.
I'll give you a choice.
But in reality, there are still linear video games out there,
Wow.
and those can
my
become
God.
movies.
You got 23 now.
Someone, Royalty said, I also think you can't take the idea of a fun, fast-paced FPS and make it a full-length movie. I mean,
I would say,
Hardcore Henry was
Yeah,
first person.
Hardcore-
I mean, and it felt like a video game. It actually did.
I know it looked fast paced, full of action. I think it is possible. You just gotta really do it right.
It's all about
Yeah.
using your imagination and creativity, and that's one movie I would argue does a really good job of that, keeping everything fast paced, all action. I mean, the whole entire movie is first person, and you see a lot of gore, a lot of it felt like a first person shooter.
Let's see. Don't forget about the Uncharted movie. Wait, there's an Uncharted.
It felt
movie?
like I was in a video game, because it puts you, like, you don't see the character at all. You don't see the person behind the camera, because that's supposed to be you. So
Yeah,
it
it's
is
supposed to-
possible. It is possible for you to be put into the experience. That's what the director of Hardcore Henry intended that movie to be.
He wanted to make you the action star, the guy who saves the day. And it did really, really well.
Oh yeah, and it's an independent movie.
So it is possible.
It was independently made.
Yeah, it's just gonna be another Uncharted movie starring Tom Holland. Ooh, that could be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Tom Holland's a good actor.
He is a good actor.
I think he'd make a good Nathan Drake.
Oh yeah, I think he could. Which Uncharted, I haven't played anything
It just depends on how they write it out, and I mean, to me, Uncharted is nothing more than Tomb Raider, except
It's essentially just Tomb Raider, but with no sexy Lara Croft.
yeah, it's Tomb Raider with a dick.
That's essentially what it is.
Wait,
Wouldn't
and
that
not
mean
Jensen
it's a bit-
ankles?
Wait, and not Jensen Ackles? I think that's what they meant.
And also keep any video game adaptation movie away from UV Bowl. Just keep it away from him. We already saw what happened when we give him video game adaptations.
Yeah, House of the Dead, fucking
House of the Dead,
Blood
Alone in
Rain.
the Dark. Oh,
And let's
Far
not forget
Cry.
the funny version of Blood Rain, Blubberella.
oh God, which sucks as a parody.
Far
But you know
Cry.
No goth.
We gotta spend a whole month, guys, talking about Uwe Boll. Like we need to watch all of his movies.
At least with the Blubberella, he actually played Hitler.
Well,
Would you guys want us to watch Uwe Boll movies?
yes. What do you guys want us to sit down and watch Uwe Boll movies?
Just know I have seen House of the Dead multiple times.
Have you seen House of the Dead too?
I think I have.
There's 4 movies in that, I believe.
There's House of the Dead, House of the Dead 2, then I believe.
Uwe Boll's Postal?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
Was
God.
it Uwe Boll?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he made
yeah.
Postal.
Hey,
With
now,
the
that Blood
Vern
movie was pretty
Troyer.
good. Really was pretty fucking sexy. That
Which
movie.
I
Yeah,
actually
Billy
have
was-
I have a Steam key for Postal 4, actually, early access to it.
Let's see. Hey, now that Blood movie was pretty good. Billy was pretty fucking sexy in that movie. Yeah, he was. But
I
he
would
just
love-
didn't show a lot of emotion.
There's one movie I would love to see be made, and that is a
What?
fucking Duke Nukem movie. I don't
Oh,
care.
That
I don't.
would be awesome.
I mean, Because Duke Nukem is a parody of, fucking movie stars.
I mean,
Groovy, baby.
I mean, it would just be perfect.
Come get some.
I would actually
Rock
get
and roll.
Bruce Campbell to play him.
Oh, I don't think Bruce Campbell will be able to pull it off.
No,
very
John
well.
Cena should play as Duke Nukem.
Yes, John Cena should.
Yeah.
He has the build from Duke Nukem.
I'm Duke Nukem.
You can't see me.
You can't see me. My time is now.
Okay,
Fucking
Bruce.
ugly cocksuckers.
Oh god.
I can do a pretty good Duke Nukem.
All you just need is just some sexy ladies by your side.
Shake that booty. It would be an awesome movie. Just have him throw fucking catchphrases, fucking up some aliens.
Have him break the fourth wall, because he does do that.
I like to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
That's the line.
Come get some. Damn, these alien bastards tore up my ride.
I won't lie, I like to Duke Nukem Forever.
I have to kill you now.
Why?
I just have to kill him now.
Duke
Because
Nukem.
I like Duke Nukem Forever.
Okay,
It's garbage.
okay. I'll sort of defend Duke Nukem Forever.
I gotta kill both of you.
Duke Nukem Forever. It's not. I mean, it's a terrible game, yes, but it's a guilty pleasure game. I mean, yes, it's a terrible game. It so many issues with it, but I had so much fun. I wouldn't lie. I had so much fun playing it. But yeah, I would love to see a Duke Nukem movie. I mean, at least it has a premise you could follow. Can't really mess it up. But considering that they messed up Doom, I don't know. But I would love to. I'd still love to see a Duke Nukem movie.
They just gotta do it right.
All they
I wanna
really
go down
need
to
to
Hollywood
do
and
is
kick in their
have
asses.
Duke's personality shine through.
Yeah, and I would love to see a Wolfenstein movie.
Now that would be awesome. I mean, come on.
Directed by Uwe Boll.
No. Let's see. Canvas,
I mean, he's German.
Alrighty, hold on. Canvas, in your Duke voice, can you say, I only give out slaps and cupcakes, and I'm all out of cupcakes?
I only give out slaps and cupcakes, and I'm all out of cupcakes.
Snack.
Aye.
Snack.
God damn it. I could.
Leave Uwe Boll out of any movie in existence. and
Uwe
we'll be fine.
Boll is my idol.
I have to kill you now. I'm sorry.
You can't kill
now.
Duke.
Yes,
I
I can.
will
Fucking
have-
Nukem.
File.
I will
Now,
say that
be a good kid
Uwe
and
Boll did turn
take
in a
your
good performance
steroids.
as
I mean,
Hitler.
Your vitamins.
No, I will not take my steroids. You are not my dad.
Wasn't Overlord basically a live-action Wolfenstein? They're talking about the Overlord movie.
I don't think so. I would consider it more of a mad scientist zombie movie, which it actually looks good, like all the generic zombie films I've seen. Let's face it, these zombies are intelligent.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Overlord, so I can't really.
I mean, that seeing that zombie smile is horrifying.
That was funny though, like that
He's just
scene in that scene in fucking Blood Rain 3, the fucking Well, fuck my donkey. Like the guy, the scientist that plays in that movie, I forgot his name. The actor that plays as him, but he says, "Fuck my donkey."
Nude.
Well, you can't do this without my authorize it, unless I authorize it.
And let's not forget about that off-screen dance party he held.
Yeah.
That
How
was
dare you don't
beautiful.
like my movies? I have to kill you now, because I'm Urbol, and I think you're all fucking douches.
And guess what? I will fight you in the boxing ring and kick your asses.
And,
He actually
and I'll
did do
poo-poo
that.
all over your face,
And please note, he
and
did
make
actually.
bonbons.
Oh yeah, he did actually fight some of his critics in a boxing ring because.
Wait, there's a
That's-
Parasite, there's a live-action Parasite Eve movie?
Yes, there is.
I need to see it now. I would have to actually see it. That one scene where that guy neck just breaks and transforms. Yeah, I haven't seen Overlord. I'd have to actually see it.
Same here. Do you know what also, in my opinion, make a really good horror movie?
Dead Space. Can I direct it? Can I direct it?
No, you.
I'll have fucking
far away.
rednecks in that movie. I tell you.
It takes place in
I'm
space
a
on an
movie
abandoned
genius.
spaceship.
I'm
you're a
going to
movie
direct the
genius, then
Doom movie.
You touch Doom, you people, I'll have to kill you.
I don't think you want to do that.
Yes, I do, you filthy crowd.
I'll just have to sue you. That's a death threat. That's a death threat.
Oh, guess what? 1940s called. They want you back.
You can't. You can't call them because I cut your phone line.
We live in the digital age.
It follows the book the game is a sequel to. I've played the games. I love Parasite Eve.
Ooh. If it follows the game, it's bound to be good, right? Please let it be good.
I've played Parasite Eve. It's a really good game, and it's actually based on a book. The book is called Parasite Eve.
I mean, obviously.
Mm-hmm. But I think we basically got off topic here.
We just got so massively off topic.
So, what is our final thoughts on Doom?
The movie sucked.
I will say this: the ending, like, I kind of questioned the ending. Like you remember that scene where Duke basically mentions about, Ripper's sister. He's like, dude,
Yeah.
how could you pass up on an ass like that?
And he's like, she's my sister. No shit.
No
And,
shit.
and he's carrying her up like bridal style. I'm like, where-
Yeah.
Excuse
where-
me? Are there some issues you need to work out?
is this gonna be like some sort of hentai where some brother ex-sister stuff?
Yeah.
Are they only stepbrother and sister?
I guess that. I guess so.
I guess it.
Why?
Why do you have to carry her like that?
He carries her bridal style.
Put the brothers logo right there.
He's like, sis, we're
Time to
going
go
home. Time to go home.
It's just like, don't carry her like that, please.
Brought to you by Wes Craven, where all hills have eyes.
I feel awkward. My sister is actually in chat. Dude, I could fire some jokes right now, but I don't want to.
Yeah, don't do it.
Do.
It's funny.
If you reach out, you immediately hear her voice.
But like that's probably the last thing I want to talk about with this movie. Overall, it's a ripoff of so many things. Like it had the potential to be something. Like it could have been a good movie. Like, I mean, it started off really good. Like, you had people in panic, you know, and you know, you could have just kept the whole idea of, you know, the monsters coming from hell and, you know, just raining havoc on everyone. But no, you guys decided to fuck it up and just, you know, you fuck it up, and whoever wrote it, they deserve to be castrated. Yeah. They deserve to have their fucking asses bent over and be shoved by pineapple dick demons to the end of fucking time.
And let's see, Doom was one of those movies that should have never been created. The script sounds like a porno, and the fighting is just trash. No, I've watched porn with better scripts than what Doom has.
Well, it's good to know what you do on weekends.
And hell, I've
Right
written
now, I could be wrong about
stories
the other two.
that make no sense, and they still are more interesting.
The sexual tension made it worse. There's basically no badass Doom guy. Yeah, the music didn't help whatsoever.
Yeah, the music about that, like it plays every second or whenever they're running or
We get the intense heavy metal music.
like
And then all of a sudden, just
It's almost like they didn't understand what to use it for.
okay, it's all clear. And then it's all silent.
wait, there's something over there.
Ah, we missed it. It went through that door, didn't it? Yeah, even though the door is fucking clearly ripped out. Yeah.
Even though- they fucked up the BFG. No, they didn't just fuck it up. They mutilated it.
Like, could you imagine if, you know, the music just played every time a monster showed up, and then when you shot the monster in the game, the music just stopped?
Yeah, Nostalgia Critic in his review for this movie actually did that by probably getting a modded version of Doom and doing that, and it is just perfect. It perfectly describes it. Every time an enemy shows up, music plays, enemy dies,
Music
total
stops.
silence. It's too
Yeah,
perfect.
they fucked up. They fucked up everything.
No. They didn't fuck up the BFG. They mutilated it.
Yeah, they mutilated it, and then they repeated the process.
And I forever wish that this movie would be used. And
I'll use a Nostalgia Critic joke for this. They jumped the shark, jumped over it again, fucking stabbed it, fucking raped it, cut its head off, consumed its soul, and then mounted on the wall and then did it over and over again. Or something along that. I messed up on that, but yeah, that's what they did.
Across.
Yeah, it's so terrible.
I'd rather watch all the terrible Nicolas Cage movies than this movie. Oh yeah, at least the terrible Nicolas Cage movies are somewhat.
How'd they get burned? How'd they get burned?
Not the base. Not the base.
Phallic symbol, phallic symbol.
God damn it.
Face!
But yeah, so closing thoughts. Doom, just terrible. I'm so not looking forward. I'm so not looking forward to my review of Doom Annihilation. Well, I'm looking forward to the video, but I'm just not looking forward to fucking just watching it again and, you know, making sure that I took all my notes, what I'm gonna say about it. But yeah, all in all, it's just fucking terrible. Yeah, Wicker is the worst remake I've ever seen. It's funny.
That's a good movie. Underworld of Chronicles of Riddick. Yes, I love Chronicles of Riddick.
Same here. I love the Chronicles of the Riddick.
Now, those are good movies.
But
it does have a good game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Doom definitely belongs in my worst movies ever list next to Pet Sematary, Slender Man, and Jeepers Creepers 3. Are you talking about 2019 Pet Sematary? Or 2018? No, wait, it came out this year, didn't it?
Yeah. Give me
Fuck.
1 second. I'll Google it for you.
Yeah, it came out in 2019. But yeah, this movie, it definitely belongs in a dumpster fire. I wouldn't say it's the worst movie I've ever seen.
Satan should use it as a torture device.
I don't think Satan would even use it.
I personally
I don't think he
found
would
it
use it
just
to wipe his
boring.
ass with.
It was way too dull.
Like, I wouldn't say it's the worst video game movie. I mean, it's not worse than the fucking Uwe Boll movies.
Which those they want to make.
Which they're in their own category. They're in their own category.
Yeah, they're in their own category of awful.
and yeah, it's not the worst movie I've ever seen. That unlucky thing, misfortunate thing, has to go to perhaps one of the worst things I've ever seen, period. Food Fight. And a talking cat. Yeah, talking cat's really bad too.
Oh no, you actually watched Food Fight?
Second blood to appear.
So
I'm sorry, but those movies get me violently ill.
Yeah, we'll have to watch Food Fight one day. But yeah, I hate that movie.
I don't want my memories of Christopher Lloyd ruined any more than they already have been.
Well,
I don't need the nightmare fuel.
It's okay, guys. We're gonna watch Pumpkinhead 2. So
Okay, thank God.
we're not gonna watch Food Fight tonight. Tonight we're gonna watch Pumpkinhead 2 because I actually have the movie. But yeah, tomorrow night that's what we're gonna talk about is Pumpkinhead 2. Thank you guys for coming on here and talking about Doom with me.
It was fun. I had fun ripping and tearing into this movie.
What about you, J-Man?
I just found it boring, but it's a. But I liked talking with you guys about it. By the way, I may not be able to plug myself, but I need to go again. So I'll be right back.
It's okay. So follow J-Man the Dual Blade at J-Man Dual Blad on Twitter. You can also follow him on YouTube, J-Man the Dual Blade. What about you, zombie fan?
Alrighty, you can follow me at zombie_fan666 on Twitter. I'm trying to post there more and more, and I'm failing miserably, but you can follow me nonetheless.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers 3, I have not seen that movie yet. I've seen the other two Jeepers Creepers movies, and they're not good. I've never liked Jeepers Creepers, to be honest with you. I found both movies to be, I mean, if I had to choose which one was better out of both of them, I'd say the first one. I'm not a big fan of it. It's not scary.
I did see the first movie. I actually did see the first Jeepers Creepers movie at where I work.
The reason why I'm not such a big fan of it is like it just doesn't scare me at all. Like, Yeah, they're and plus the story in them just makes no sense. But I'll get into that once I actually rewatch those movies and I can give a better opinion on them. But you can follow me here, Pirate Canvas, or you can follow me on Twitter at Canvas Pirates. Stay tuned for Doom Annihilation review, which will be coming up soon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Are you guys looking forward to that?
No, because that movie sounds like garbage.
Well, after I do my review of Doom Annihilation, we may do a stream about it, just to discuss it more. But yeah. So I am going to go ahead and end this stream, and you all have a good night. And I appreciate you all for, sticking around, enjoying our conversations about these movies. It's just been a very fun month to go back and watch some of these movies again and just talk about them in depth. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You all enjoy the rest of your nights. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Alrighty.